Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this tutorial is going to be a little bit different than what you've been seeing, the few of you who are watching. You're going to pretty much watch this tutorial happen, and I'm going to talk to you about my journey into being a makeup artist. So as you watch me apply this very avant-garde style on my model Sam here, I'm going to talk to you about my journey. So normally I tell everyone that I was like this big tomboy growing up and I wasn't into makeup, which is partially true. However, if I dig deeper into my past, I got into makeup kind of slightly. Like the very first time I saw the makeup world was when I was a kid looking at my Aunt Jessie's vanity table when she was a teenager, and it had so much makeup, so many different things, and then she had these Kevin Equin Making Faces books. This was before he passed away, so I remember seeing when these books first came out, it was like this huge thing, and everybody was buying them, so I remember looking at these books as a child and thinking how freaking cool it was, because in the books you had all these celebrities that he would turn into like iconic characters, and he had all these pretty much tutorials in these books on how to make glossy eyes and smoky eyes and eyebrows and all these things. And then combine that with my biggest love for Michael Jackson, who had the most phenomenal looking music videos, and the way he transformed into a werewolf and a zombie. And my favorite horror movie that got me interested also was the film Demon Knight, the Tales from the Crypt installment. That was obviously the special effects interest that came to me. But instead of thinking makeup things, I thought sketch artist things. Like, I'm going to take that home and I'm going to draw it, or I want to look at what I'm looking at in this movie, or look at what I'm looking at in this TV show or this book, and I'm going to draw it. And I was always drawing. That was like my biggest thing, to the point where I thought that I wanted to be like a cartoonist for, as my mom used to tell everyone, a cartoonist for Disney or an animator. And that concept has changed from being an animator to a video game designer to a fashion designer, even to the point where I went to high school for fashion design in New York City. I got accepted into fashion design high school. But something just didn't sit right with me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I had a very long issue with depression. I was getting picked on in middle school pretty badly, especially over my skin, because I have eczema, and I used to self-harm when I was in middle school. And this is before I really knew anything about, like, I guess how much of a big deal self-harming was. I didn't really think too much into things like that as a kid. It was just like something I did to myself without really thinking. I guess that's the best way to put it. And I was picked on pretty badly for it. Like, I know this old saying that kids can be cruel, but the kids like that I grew up with were really, really messed up. And I will not get into details for that, but between dealing with that, my escape was always art. My escape was always drawing and writing. And up until the point in high school, I continued to draw. I continued to make little characters and make up little stories, even make up little miniature comic books, which is where I mostly fell in love with writing. And I finally decided to take a crack at makeup. At first in high school, a lot of the girls in my classes were doing their makeup. They were doing these the white eyeshadow on the lids was pretty popular, and putting the little glitter sparkles on your lips and the little glitter gems on your cheeks. And I tried it out, and it turned out I made myself look terrible. Oh my goodness. I used to put foundation over my eyebrows, so my eyebrows are always gray by the time I get into school. So pretty much I went to school and I saw how I looked. It was terrible. And I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. And I stopped doing makeup. And I would just do like black heavy eyeliner underneath my on my bottom eyeliner. And that was it. That was me as a makeup artist for myself in high school. And I gave it another shot, but not on myself, on a friend for a concert. And something made it, I don't know what the change was, but I was like, yeah, this was kind of fun. You know, I was about 17 and I decided to find some girls and see if I could find someone to take pictures for me, and I would hold these little mini photo shoots in my room. I was renting a room at this point in my life, so I was bringing these models that these poor girls, they've never met me before, and here they are meeting this strange, like, weirdo rocker chick going into her bedroom to do a photo shoot with her little pit bull puppy. But even though I cringe when I look at those photos of my first work, it was a start. We all have to start somewhere. So I started doing that, just little impromptu photo shoots. And then I kind of started networking myself through various like photo shoot websites, and little by little I got better at eyeliner. I got better at like doing lipsticks and stuff like that, and I got my big break when I was asked to do a music video for this like well-known hip-hop artist at the time. And it was a very heavily paid shoot. Also, I was actually able to help pay for my rent with that pay. And even though that was a very graphic makeup job, pretty much I did special effects makeup, and it's not probably the most child-friendly thing to look at. It was a start. And it went from there to doing that music video to getting hired to do makeup for an independent film being titled like The Chief Makeup Artist, and it was my first makeup artist IMDb credit. And I got to go to Washington DC, and I got to travel with these actors. I got to see how this film works, and it was amazing, and I was in love. I knew right then and there doing makeup for film and doing makeup period is something that I want to continue to do. It's something that I love. When I got to see these actresses, see my work, and the directors see what I could create and saw how happy everybody was, it just stood to me right there, like something I could create with my hands with people, and I can make them transform. I can make them transform into pretty much anything I want to, and it's amazing. And this has always been my therapy. This has always been whenever I feel like my world is crashing down and I feel like things are crumbling and life is just pretty much sucking horribly, I could just look back and see this and see what I can do. And somehow it makes everything better again. And doing photo shoots, doing fashion shows, even making YouTube tutorials, whether or not I have a big following or not, this is something that will always be part of me. And I'm so glad I get to share it with everyone. This is a photo shoot for a magazine that you're currently watching, and I'm turning her into a flower fairy. And I got to use Jefree Star lipstick, so I am like cloud 9 in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little ramble and the video, in case you had me on mute. And I will be doing another tutorial quite soon. I'm just looking into better lights. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this.
A hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you